Greetings, peoples of the interwebs. This is another trailer analysis video, and joining me are my co-hosts Dave and Jordan, and welcome back Richard as another co-host.
I'm Reverend Spaceman.
Reverend Spaceman.
Space Ace.
Finally accepting it.
This trailer analysis video is on Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice. So first off, we're just gonna go around our round table.
It's a square. We're clearly sitting at a square table.
Shut up.
I am sitting at a
Oh, no.
desk that is like 1/4 of a circle.
Yeah, he's joining us via Skype, but that's
Yeah.
Okay. So
I do like that you're filling us in.
yeah.
Filling it-
I
filling
have
the
my
viewers
little,
in.
I have my little 2 monitors set up in the corner of my room.
I
Okay.
feel like
Anyway.
they want to know where.
No, they don't want to know. They want to
setup
know.
is.
They
The
want to
desk-
know.
The desk is black.
Yeah.
Batman Superman trailer.
The
So-
desk is black.
Shut up, Richard. So basically, what we're gonna do is we'll start with Dave, and we'll go around, and each one of us will give a one-word description of what we thought about that trailer. So,
Alrighty.
Dave, you're up.
Unexpected.
Richard,
Bleak.
little gritty.
Interesting.
2 words.
Jake.
It's my channel. I'll do whatever I want.
All right, just go with gritty.
No, I'm gonna go with a little gritty.
No, you're
Okay.
gonna go with little.
You added an
This is a
A.
little trailer.
Yeah.
It's technically a teaser.
Yeah. Teaser.
But yeah,
yeah.
I guess it got leaked. It wasn't supposed to be out yet.
Till Monday.
A
Or
kinda-
Monday, at the time of this recording.
Kind of fuzzy version got released, and then they just Zack Snyder said, "Whatever, let's go ahead and put it out."
Yeah.
Seems to be
Well,
common
yeah.
practice nowadays.
What?
Seems to be common practice nowadays. Like when it gets
Yeah.
leaked like
Yeah.
that, just like whatever.
Yeah, probably the best way to go. I mean,
Yeah.
why wait at that point? It's not going to be
Yeah.
shy. It's not going to have the reaction that you wanted it to. But anyway, let's get into it, guys.
All right.
So I know Richard, you're not a big fan of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. We get to our first little taste. We get to hear him a little
So
bit
I
in the
don't
trailer.
Is anyone, not just like us, but like I don't think anyone was really like, yes, Jesse Eisenberg, finally, he's gonna get to play Lex Luthor.
When I saw the picture, I kind of thought, I didn't think it was gonna be good, but I thought maybe it won't be as bad. Maybe it won't be a complete train wreck.
It looked
Yeah.
better than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if we can't get Walter White, and this is the absolute only other person you're gonna pick, I guess. But now that I've heard his voice, it's just like he's not gonna be Lex Luthor. It's not gonna come across.
I feel like
No.
it's going to be his character from The Social Network, basically.
Yeah, and Richard, me and you were discussing this a bit last night via Skype. But like, I think actually right after I just got done watching the trailer, you messaged me and you were like, "Have you seen it yet?" We were kind of talking about that, and yeah, like you brought up a good point that his message or like his voice just doesn't really, it's not very commanding. Whereas
Yeah.
Lex Luthor, I feel like
Yeah.
has to have a very commanding. I don't know, more
Strong.
just
Deep,
strong.
authoritative, not a.
Yeah,
We're,
Yeah.
Well, like, we're gonna get Superman. You see, he's not like us. That kind of. That's
Yeah.
not Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it.
That's maybe Toyman or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going for the whole kind of Grant Morrison idea of Lex Luthor kind of just being arrogant to like, he is kind of scrawny or
Mhm.
out of shape or whatever.
yeah,
Because he's the smartest guy in the world and he doesn't need to work on anything else.
Mhm.
Like he's perfect in his eyes. And then Superman
Yeah.
comes along and threatens him. But Jesse Eisenberg is an actor. He's not gonna get a deeper voice and all that.
No.
Plus, I thought they were gonna go older with the character.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
saying. I didn't expect them to pick someone that young
I get why like studios go younger and stuff. But
Yeah.
I just really don't think
But for
it's
him-
right.
no.
as the villain.
No, for Lex Luthor, no.
Yeah.
And I know even like when they released like a picture of like him bald, people were like, "Oh my god, he looks just like Lex Luthor."
No.
Make anyone bald, and yeah, they're
you
gonna
look just like right. Michael Bendis looks just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Lex Luthor.
Let him.
Do you-
Um,
Those of you, I think you all watched Breaking Bad. You remember Jesse's first words when he saw Walt when he shaved his head. You look like Luthor.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
anybody that shaves.
Yeah. Or
Well, he's
But,
perfect.
Yeah. But here's what I would say. I don't know if any of you guys really saw any of Smallville, but I thought Michael Rosenbaum was probably the best cast person on that show. I thought he
Yeah.
was great. Younger Lex Luthor, and now he's a bit older. Not super old.
Yeah.
He's probably maybe 40 now, but
Mhm.
and also he went to school in Western Kentucky, so it's a bit of a like cool.
Yeah.
Cool little Kentucky connection for us.
You mean that nowhere?
China.
Yeah, Kentucky, China.
Yeah.
It's next to the KFC.
Yeah.
It's just like a little small part of town.
So, I don't know about you all, but like mostly like towards the latter half of that teaser, when you see Batman in the like mech
Why
suit.
you see both his suits?
Yeah.
You don't get
I
a big glance of the regular one.
was kind of was getting like a vibe of Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah,
It's
that's
kind of
definitely
like that scene.
Yeah.
is.
And so
the glowing eyes, the armored like chin look.
if that's an inclination as to how the movie might go, then
Sum you up.
yeah.
I definitely see the inspiration, especially the costume.
Yeah.
And it is Batman coming out of retirement again.
Like not just the mech suit, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna go that angle so much as just like, obviously the first part of the trailer was Superman is being, I guess, vilified.
Mm-hmm.
No, they definitely show the two parts in 2 minutes like that. Superman first half, Batman second half, and show them collide.
So, well, I mean, I guess with the Dark Knight Returns thing, is Batman actually going to be more of what Superman was in Dark Knight Returns? Mm-hmm. Maybe not a not a government presence.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I kind of had that thought.
Maybe the government knows Bruce. Maybe like in real life, if there was a real Bruce Wayne, the government would know.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's some.
Amanda Waller knows she was the key, so.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was about to think. If there was, who got cast as Amanda Waller in Suicide Squad?
I'm not familiar with.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if she came in and.
I can.
Check.
Yeah.
Came in and was like, "Hey, Bruce, we need you to deal with this problem."
Yeah. But I mean, supposedly, like even Ben Affleck and maybe even Jesse Eisenberg might be small roles or cameos in Suicide Squad. I guess
that's what I've been hearing. That Ben Affleck is.
I really hope not Jesse Eisenberg. Viola Davis is Amanda Waller. Yeah.
It's better than Oprah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, she needs to be a fat black. And but Oprah.
I like it. Does it on Arrow.
Yeah.
From
yeah.
So I guess what are some other thoughts on the teaser?
Can we talk about Batfleck?
Yeah.
For a second?
I was waiting for
think
Batfleck.
that's what people were getting.
That's what people were watching this for.
Ever since Gone Girl, my
Yes,
confidence has gone up.
Yeah.
Up.
Great film.
I'm not gonna say I'm excited that he's Batman, but I'm giving him a chance.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually getting a little excited.
Yeah, we're all more open to this idea
far
than we
less
were.
opposed.
I think he did a nice. I thought the Christian Bale change's voice was a really good idea.
Yeah.
But he definitely went way overboard with it.
Oh yeah.
Affleck's is, it's more restrained. Which I think is,
It kind of sounds like he's using some digital voice changer thing, which they did in Arrow too, and I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say either go that way. I think
they will.
It's a bit more subtle.
Mm-hmm.
The thing overall, I guess that I didn't like as much. Too much CGI.
That was
kind of my complaint with anything these days.
I don't know if it's
You're an old
maybe
school guy.
the.
I like practical effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe the teaser has maybe more CGI.
That could be true because that effigy was just kind of dumb looking.
I didn't put as much thought into it, I guess, as you with that. But
Well, it was just
I
kind
see
of
where you're coming
a
from.
side thought I had. I
Definitely
think
see
that's a
where you're
good
coming
point
from.
though in the teaser because maybe because it's.
It might be stuff that's not even.
I don't want to show every
just
aspect of
there
it.
to tease.
It's still in post production. Well, a lot of the Superman stuff, I feel like maybe they hadn't worked on as much because it was just kind of almost stills.
Yeah.
And voiceover, whereas a lot of the Batman stuff was actually done.
Yeah.
I will say, the Batfleck voice actually kind of reminded me of Birdman. Have you all seen Birdman?
I haven't
I
yet.
did.
Dave saw it, but
Good film.
I won't spoil anything. It's a great movie. Everyone should check it out, especially if you like Michael Keaton. But the character Birdman does talk, and it kind of has a lower, gravelly voice without being over the top. Christian Bale, where's Rachel? Without being that, I think that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, I like the more subtlety, but overall, I just like that concept because nobody in certainly a Batman movie or any superhero movie had done that because you would recognize the person's voice.
Yeah,
you should try to disguise the voice.
Especially if you're like a wealthy, influential person like
that's on TV.
Yeah,
that's on TV all the time, like, around town at charity events and stuff.
Like I do like how you kind of said it was bleak in a way, because I mean maybe it's just the teaser and again, it's not completely
going dark.
Yeah, which that could be a good thing, but I don't want it to be like too like just kind of dark and just like the atmosphere and stuff like that, because then it just.
They kept saying with Man of Steel, like it's not going to be Dark Knight, it's not a dark movie. Yeah. It's a lighter film, but they're definitely going super dark with it.
Yeah,
which I think is their kind of DC's just the direction they're taking.
Yeah,
they want it to be super gritty.
Which I'm all for it
not
being
as
like
fun-loving as Marvel.
Yeah, and I'm all for it being like grittier.
It can't work for every movie.
No.
Especially a bit of what. Little off subject, but kind of what we were talking about the other night with Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I said if they take Harley Quinn's sense of humor out, I will walk out of the theater. And I've never done that. I didn't walk out of Rosewater, but I was only watching that to kill time before midnight release. Yeah, it was alright. I didn't see the end, but it was alright.
Well, we can get to that in another podcast.
But yeah, I don't want it to be like too overwhelmingly dark, to where they're kind of like, dark.
There needs to be some fun. There needs to be some humor. I mean, Man of Steel was fun just because the action. It was like watching a Dragon Ball Z movie. If there ever was such a thing, which there never was a live action Dragon Ball movie ever. But you had that. No, there wasn't. No.
Shut up.
No. That doesn't.
Shameless.
No, but you can have that with the action, but you can't just do that with every movie because it'll start to feel the same. You got to vary it up. You gotta stop having every. Yeah, Batman can do it because that's what he's all about. But you can't have every single character just be brooding and serious constantly, and especially not the Flash.
Oh yeah, I mean I think you need more. Well, just with the humor too, it makes a more dynamic film, especially if you got a group dynamic as well.
Yeah,
do we want all 7 core Justice League people? I don't know if they're going to throw in any extra.
That's not a representation of the comics either.
No, not at all. But, I guess one more thing I'd like to address. A lot of the criticism that came from Man of Steel was the destruction of the city, and the real Superman would care about all the other people he was probably killing in the mayhem. But it kind of looks like this teaser at least addresses that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, another thing you have to consider is Man of Steel. Superman was like still learning as like a hero,
and most of that damage was done by Zod.
Yeah, and he was trying. You could tell he was trying his best to like prevent more damage. But when you got people like Superman who have those kind of powers, it's gonna happen. It's going to happen, even if you try to like go to like a remote island or something like that.
Well, and
probably by the end of the fight, that island's not going to be non-existent.
Overall, I mean,
I think too. By the end of that last fight in Man of Steel, I'm pretty sure most of Metropolis was evacuated.
Yeah.
When they were tearing up, every building in the city.
Yeah, for me, it really wasn't a big an issue, just because I think it was finally Superman on the right scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the first time me and Dave agreed on a movie in a while, when usually we disagree on the ones that are divided.
Long-time listeners will know that
Pacific Rim.
I don't like the same movies.
But yeah, I do think that I do like that they do seem to be addressing that in the teaser, where it's kind of like someone with this much power,
Because I think there was a lot of the criticism from Man of Steel was just like they didn't care about that. They didn't. That was a big oversight on their part. Apparently not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, whether that was part of their plan the whole time writing out Man of Steel, or if it's just
or it was kind of a happy accident.
Yeah.
Well, they did say that after he snapped Zod's neck, spoiler alert. They said that was kind of their intended plan for how he got his no-kill rule.
Which I like that.
I like that.
Yeah, a lot of people gave that criticism too, but it's like, what? Superman gonna slap him on the wrist and be like, "Don't do that, Zod, you silly goose."
Even if he was able to save those people that he was laser beaming, what are you gonna do? Keep punching him some more? I mean, even if you knock him out, where are you going to keep him?
Yeah, and also as Superman, he is for the greater good, even if he
destroy a city.
Yeah, or even if he doesn't like that, he may have to like snap Zod's neck. It's like, okay, this is for the greater good that I have to do this. Otherwise, it's one of those things where it's like I can't contain him.
Yeah. And plus, again, I mean, kind of like you said, this is like his first big outing as Superman. Yeah. Like it's not, he hasn't been doing this forever.
Yeah, so obviously
there's no kryptonite. There's no mention of red sun lamps or anything.
Yeah,
he's a rookie at this point. Yeah. So of course he's gonna make mistakes.
Yeah, so I mean, I thought Man of Steel was perfect. It made sense, like everything about it. So
I wouldn't say
good Superman movie.
Yeah, seriously.
I wouldn't say perfect, but it was a really good Superman movie.
Yeah,
definitely better than Returns.
We'll say I thought Christopher Reeves is perfect. I don't
think
anybody's going to do better in that role, but whatever.
It's because we hadn't had Superman films recently.
I know.
Superman Returns. And...
We don't talk about that one.
No.
Kevin Spacey was all right though.
But now, what's Brandon Routh is Iron Man on Arrow.
Yeah.
So she's finding work.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, I will say this though. Like, I know pretty much all this. Like, as soon as like the casting was announced for the movie, like we were just like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Most people were
Once it settled down with me and I kind of had time to breathe, and I was like, well, okay, Affleck I can see where he'd be a pretty good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
I was still really unsure about Batman. I remember, us talking, but after seeing this trailer, I think that's the biggest thing I'm taking away from this.
That's the best thing about the trailer.
Yeah, like after I saw that trailer, like the very first words that came out of my mouth was "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm now.
I don't want to wait a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna see it regardless, and I was under the impression it would still be good. Now whether the cast. The actors would be good. That was a whole other thing. But I was like, well, I think it'll be good overall.
Biggest question.
And there's going to be so many people judging from the Chris Nolan Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that out of the equation. That's not.
Yes.
Yeah.
But your casual moviegoers, your casual fans are going to be like, well, he's not as good as Christian Bale.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight Rises was a great interface.
Well, let's leave it be.
That could be a whole other podcast. Okay?
Yeah, but
the general consensus.
Yeah, I think we did that actually. We might. I don't know.
I don't know if we ever put it up.
Yeah.
It'll be a throwback Thursday or whatever one day.
But yeah, after seeing that trailer though, I'm now like, okay, you piqued my interest.
The term I would use is apprehensively optimistic.
Yes.
Because I'm really hoping he's not.
Yeah, I want to be pleasantly surprised when I see it.
I really hope Lex Luthor is not a huge part of this movie.
Yeah, I honestly think Affleck might be the best thing about this movie. From what I know at this point. Just from the best part of the teaser.
We'll see more as teasers come out.
He's definitely not going to be the worst thing.
No,
that's gonna be Luthor.
And again, I like the design of
maybe
Batman's
I
suit
hope he surprises us.
Like it's got the black and gray. Like
it's the first time we've seen it's always even Michael Keaton. It's been black.
Yeah, very much the Dark Knight Rises.
Adam West it was blue, but
so yeah, I mean
we've never seen the classic what it's been in the comics forever, black and gray.
Finally.
Yeah. So I mean, just again from that teaser, everything's pointing to a potentially really good movie.
But got a little bit of Jeremy Irons in there. You got to have that great voice.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I still think he's extreme. I would rather see Jeremy Irons as Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Extremely miscast, I think.
But,
not that he'd be great in any role. But, I mean, I think.
But I feel like an actor of his caliber, putting him as Alfred, presumably a minor role, seems a bit.
If it was a Batman film, I could see Jeremy Irons being a much bigger character. But
it's like, how long is this film really going to be?
Yeah.
Since you got two major heroes.
And again, they have said that there's going to be a separate spin-off Batman movie.
Oh, have they
really? Yeah. I think it's going to have the Joker in it, again.
Not as opposed to that.
Yeah. But think, again, DC's cinematic universe is basically all riding on this movie. So I think,
Yeah,
it is.
Yep. No kidding.
So I think,
I'll just say this. I mean, even if this one is good, with all the movies they've announced for the DC cinematic universe, there are going to be some bombs.
Yeah.
This could be a good start for him.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't get this one right, it kills everything.
Yeah.
So.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if it sucks, it's going to make a ton of money. Though.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Which I think they realize as well. But
I actually think their animated movies have been a lot better than live action ones in much recent years.
Of course, they can knock those out a lot quicker too. But I think probably want to wrap things up here.
Yeah, because we're
a little long. But final thoughts.
As I said, I'm pretty much on board now.
Yeah. Got good vibes.
Yeah,
I am apprehensively optimistic. That's
as am I, but I'm far more optimistic than kind of like I don't know, you guys.
Hashtag apprehensive optimistic.
Don't you dare fill out hashtag. Son of a bitch.
We're on the Twitter now. We have to.
That's how we have to get trending.
Hashtag selfie.
Let's go ahead and end this before I just hate
kill
everyone.
the internet.
Yeah. So
I'm Marvin Spaceman.
Leave your comments below, people, what you think, and
Spaceman.
till next time. Cheers.